What's up everybody, it's Sean here, super excited to give you guys my review of the Air Jordan 4 Retro in this Flight Club colorway. This is a brand new colorway of the beloved Air Jordan 4, and it's a special colorway because it pays homage to the Air Jordan Flight Club, not to be confused with Flight Club the resale shop. But the Air Jordan Flight Club was a mail-in membership program that started in the late 80s and it lasted until, I believe, the early or mid 90s, where for a small fee, you essentially became a part of Michael Jordan's official fan club where you got a signed photo, a letter, a members exclusive t-shirt, a recurring newsletter, and while that faded once the digital age was ushered in, it's still a very important part of Jordan and Nike's history together. So these Jordan 4s are releasing on January 17th for $220 US or $280 here in Canada, and the official colorway for this shoe is Sail, University Red, and Black. Like most Air Jordan 4s, these should be available at most Air Jordan retailers, including the Closet Inc. right here in Canada. The Closet Inc. is an independently owned and operated boutique. They're based right here in Southern Ontario in Canada, and they're my go-to shop when it comes to Nikes and Jordan retros. If you check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box, check out their TCI Advantage tab. That's where you'll find some of the best prices in the entire country. The key thing though is to add the item to cart and then check out. That's where you'll see the price automatically discounted, no discount code required. So again, check out the Closet Inc. They will be releasing these on the 17th, and tell them that you heard about them through my channel. So first things first, here's a quick look at the packaging. So this comes in a special box for this release. We have a black cardboard lid with the Jumpman logo cut out, revealing the paper underneath. And on the bottom of the box, we have all these vintage graphics of Michael Jordan and his ads. And of course, we have the Flight Club logo on the top right of the side. And we also have special paper inside too. So again, this features images or vintage images of Michael Jordan and his Nike ads. So as far as the shoe goes, jumping right into the details, the majority of this sneaker is crafted out of a sail or slightly off-white colored leather. So this is a genuine leather. It's not anything amazing, but it is a real leather. There's a thin plastic coating on top, which gives it a bit of a stiffer feel to the touch, but from the sides you can tell that it is an actual genuine leather. Overlaid on the front toe cap, here they gave us a unique twist. So we have an off-white colored suede, but we have these lines of embroidery or stitching, which run across the entire panel here, which I don't know exactly why they opted to do this, but it's still an interesting look nonetheless. For the eyelets, the bottom three eyelets as usual is covered with this TPU or plastic lace crown. This is done in the matte black finish. Next to this, we have your signature Jordan 4 netting, and then covering the top three eyelets, we have another lace crown, and it's attached to a sail colored side flap or wing, which is also crafted out of this TPU material. Next to this and underneath this, we have more of that sail colored leather. This wraps around the heel, and then on the back of the heel, we have a black colored TPU heel tab, and here we have Nike Air branding, which is blacked out, but it features an accent of red on the sides, which gives it a very interesting but subtle look. Turning our attention back to the front, so in terms of laces, this pair comes with 3 different lace options. The default lace that they come with is a flat sail colored lace, which matches the rest of the shoe perfectly. They also come with a yellow colored lace and sort of like a hot pink colored lace, which is inspired by accent colors seen on Air Jordan Flight Club memorabilia. I think it should have been more of a true red colored lace, but I could tell what they were trying to go for. Underneath this, the tongue is covered in that same netting that we saw on the sides of the shoe. And then on the top of the tongue, we have more of that sail colored leather. And instead of a normal Jordan 4 patch, here we have the Air Jordan Flight Club patch, which really takes the theming of the shoe to that next level. On the back of the tongue, this is covered in a red colored liner, and like any Jordan 4, we have an upside down tag with Air Jordan branding on here. And then the remainder of the interior of the shoe, this is pretty heavily padded, and it's covered in this white colored liner. For the insoles, these come with a polyurethane foam insole with the Air Jordan Flight Club logo once again on the heel. So the upper of the shoe sits atop a polyurethane foam midsole, which is painted in a mix of sail and black. Encased within this midsole, we have Nike Air technology both underneath the forefoot, which is not visible, and it's visible underneath the heel with this cutout or window. And then for the bottom of the shoe, this is your traditional Jordan 4 outsole, and in this case, it's crafted out of a mix of black, red, and sail colored rubber. We have a herringbone style traction pattern along with the Nike logo in red, visible right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. And for those wondering about how these fit, to me these fit like most recent Air Jordan 4s, so I personally went true to size. I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I wear between a 10 or a 10.5 in Jordan 4s, depending on the colorway and the year that it was released. So for recent Jordan 4s, I've been able to go true to size with no significant pain around the toe box area. If you're new to Jordan 4s, they do fit a little bit narrow, and a lot of people can feel the pressure or the chafing around this pinky toe area right here on the top of the toe box. So I feel like if you have a narrow, normal, or slightly wide feet, you can go true to size in Jordan 4s. If you have a really wide foot, you might be better off going up a half size, but if in doubt, if possible, try these on in a store first, just to make sure that you get the right size for you, because the worst thing that can happen is that you buy these online and you try them on and they're just painful or just way too narrow. But long story short, just go with your normal Jordan 4 size and it should fit you perfectly fine. Moving on to the comfort, so unfortunately, no one really buys Jordan 4s for comfort, and the same goes for this colorway specifically. It's not that comfortable, honestly. Underfoot feels pretty firm. There's not too much softness or squishiness. And add to the fact that the toe box runs a little bit narrow. That's not really a recipe for ultimate comfort. But for a casual use sneaker, one that you're just wearing if you're running errands or just gonna be in the car, for example, these aren't gonna be that bad. It's just if I'm gonna be walking a ton within a day or just standing for hours and hours on end, normally I wouldn't recommend people to rock a Jordan 4, but that's just my personal preference. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality I thought was okay. They definitely utilized genuine leathers and suedes on here, which is nice, but they weren't the best cut of materials, and I wasn't really wowed by the material quality. The build quality I thought was very solid. The panels were consistent between my left and right feet. The netting on the sides and the tongue were not wavy, unlike the undefeated 4s, which were notorious for that. So I thought these were very well put together, even though the quality of the materials weren't the best. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, I think this is a solid colorway of the Air Jordan 4, but it's not too different from, for example, the military blacks or the white cement 4s. So I own both of those two other colorways, which kind of makes it hard for me to justify keeping this in my rotation. If I look in my closet, 99 times out of 100, I'm gonna be rocking a white cement 4 or a military black over this. So I can't really see myself keeping this in my collection. Don't get me wrong, if you don't own any of those two previous colorways, or even if you just don't own the military blacks, I think this is a very solid colorway. And I can see a lot of OG heads, people that were actually collecting Jordans in the 80s and 90s, who saw firsthand and lived through that Flight Club program. I can see them being a lot more drawn to this for nostalgic reasons, but I wanna know what you guys think. So drop your thoughts down below. What are your thoughts on this Flight Club Air Jordan 4? What do you think of the colorway? Is it kind of repetitive with stuff we've seen in the past? Do you still think it's justifiable to own this along with the military blacks and or the white cement 4s? Leave your comments below and let's talk about it. And as usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'll link all my social media accounts down below for you guys to check out and follow. And again, thank you to The Closet Inc. If you're watching from Canada, their links are down below as well. So support the independent shops and cop your pair from them. So thank you again, and I'll catch you all in my next review.